Hi, I'm Anita Potter from Anita Potter Productions, and we are going to do some vocal mixing. If you would be so kind to like, share, subscribe, join the Discord, the link to that is in the description below. So let's get stuck in. This has been one of the most requested videos, vocal mixing, vocal mixing. Anytime I ever ask, what would you like to learn? Vocal mixing. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be doing vocal mixing. As you can see here, this track, it's called California by the Workday release, came out in 2017. So, and I got these tracks from the Produce Like a Pro Academy, so I unfortunately cannot share them with you because they are not mine. But I can use them to teach you. So as you can see, this is a very sparse track. There are just 5 tracks. 2 synths, 2 piano, and the vocals. That's it. I've only gone ahead in order just to show the vocal mixing. Just did some just basic EQ on each of those tracks. And as you can see, I did some volume stuff with it because, well, that was too loud. That section was a little too loud. And I'm planning on taking this track. I think I might just strip everything except for the vocals and build the rest of the track from scratch. But that's further down the line. Let's just start with getting these vocals. So let's take a little listen to like the first part of the song, and then we'll get started.
Before I go, I need to say I gave up all of me to you. So don't forget, after this ends, think of me, promise that you will. When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me, when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me, when we get older and feel the summer air, we'll think of love and California.
Okay, you can see we got a nice sweet vocal. Might need just a little bit help, but since the track is so sparse, I don't know if I'm going to do my regular vocal processing on this. So, but we'll check it out and see if it works. It doesn't. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll get rid of it. So for first, we're just going to EQ his vocals real quick. EQ. Let's use our standard trusty vocal EQ from Reaper. So first one, we are gonna, all right, first, I'm gonna change that bandwidth because I'm just gonna do a high pass, and I'm going to get rid of 110. May go higher. We'll see what that does. And we'll come over here to the vocals.
Before I go, I need to say I gave up all of me to you. So don't forget, after this ends.
Okay. So we did just the EQ, just got 110 out of it. Usually unless you have a really low voice, you're not going to really need anything right there. And if you sing really high, you would take that EQ just a little bit further. So that's that on this. And let's see. So I might let's try doing the vocal thickening, and I have to do it from scratch because I do not have my FX sends anymore. I have to find it. Box thickening. Okay, and before I get squirrely, let's just send that to there. And FX, Kakos, let's see, repitch, where is it? Pitch. And it, if I remember correctly, it's -3, +3, and we pan them back and forth. So the first one, we will take the semitones, -3, pan it to the left. I'm going to add a shifter. I'm going to go 3 and take it to the right. I'm going to add a shifter. I'm going to leave it on the right, and we'll go -3, -6. Add another shifter. Take it to the left and go 6. Whoops, backspace, don't need that. 4, I'm trying to remember. I think I went to 9, so I think there'll be 6 shifters. So we're gonna add a shifter, go minus, there's the delete button, delete 9, and it'll stay on the left, and we're gonna add one more. I'm gonna go +9 and pan it to the right, and that's that part. So with the vocal thickening, you just barely don't, you just don't want to hear it. You take it all the way down, you bring it up until you can just hear it, and then you take it back down. So that's what I'm going to do. Just for like silliness, I'll leave it all the way up so you can hear what it sounds like. Before I go. Oh my God, what the hell just happened? Okay, that was scary. What's over here? But why does it sound like the piano? Hang on here. Let me mute this real quick. Solo the vocal. Is there piano in this vocal?
Before I go.
No. All right. So that was scary. But it sure really sounded like the pianos are being affected. So, let me just solo the vocals and this. Before I go. Oh, that sounds terrible, huh? I need to say. I think I did it wrong. I don't know. It sounds bad. It's so, oh my God. Let's check. -3 to the left, +3 to the right. Oh, maybe that's where I screwed up, huh? Yeah. I screwed it up. Okay. The negative, and it's positive. And then, wait. Let me see. Yeah, you don't want all the... I'm gonna have to watch my own stinking video to remember how to do this, because this isn't right. Something is wrong. I don't remember. I think if it's semitones or cents. Maybe it was cents. All right, let's fix this. So let's do -3 there. That back to 0, and that's on the left. Okay. 2. Get it off the semitones. Put it on the cents. Put that 3. And it's on the right. Next. -6. Get rid of this thing. And it's on the right. +6. It's on the left. Let's change this. I can't believe I messed this up. Okay. 5. Do -9. Take that off to 0. 6. 9. Put that back to 0. Let's double check. Left, right, negative, positive to the left, Negative. Well, how's it on the right? Okay, let's make sure I didn't leave any of those on the semitones anywhere. Now let's try this again. Solo the vocals and then the vocal thickening. Maybe it'll sound proper now.
Before I go, I need to say.
See how it sounds bad with it all the way up? So I'm going to take it all the way down. I'm going to press play. I'm going to close this. Ugh, I can't believe I messed that up. Anyway, and then we'll adjust.
Before I go, I need to say I gave up all of me to you.
Okay. Back it down.
So don't forget.
I can hear it. Let's see. Let's do it with all the tracks.
After this ends, think of me. Promise that you will.
Okay. So we did that. Now let's add another one. And I call this octave under because it goes under the vocal. So we'll send the vocals again to this one. Okay. And I'm going to FX. I'm going to do repitch. And we're going to take it down 1 octave. Shift octave -1. And it should stay in the center. No panning whatsoever. And we'll listen to it as it is. It will be terrifying.
Before I go, I need to say.
So it's the same thing with the vocal thickening. You take it down and you bring it up until you can just hear it and then take it back down again. It's only just to be there to like envelop the vocals. You're not actively supposed to hear it. So let's take it down. Press play.
Before I go, I need to say I gave up all of me to you. So don't forget.
Yeah, I can hear it.
After this ends, think of me. Promise that you will.
Okay.
When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states.
Okay. So we got that taken care of. So I'll just leave those as they are. But I am going to throw a de-esser onto the vocal. And I need to grab. I'm going to have to hunt. It might be in the JS stuff here. Let's see. Because there's a whole bunch. And I'm going to filter. Let's see if I can find it. Ha, JS de-esser. And I haven't used this one too much. So we shall take it for a spin.
Before I go, I need to say I gave up all of me to you.
Let's see here.
So don't forget. After this ends, think of me.
Oh.
Promise that you will.
Oh, the threshold. That's what I needed to
When
do.
the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me
It's too much.
when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me when we get older and feel the summer air, of love in California.
Okay. That seems to work well for that. So instead of, I didn't mess with anything except for the threshold. I left everything else back to its default state, and it's like minus 68.77. That could change depending on more tracks or whatnot. So that's finished. We might have to do some volume automating with his vocals because it kind of just trails off and it's not up enough. And I'm not going to throw a compressor onto this because, well, it's already been compressed. So on the way in. So I will leave that alone. So we've got our regular vocal, our vocal thickening, our octave under, and EQ into a de-esser. So now the fiddly part, and yeah, this is just going to be just mixing. I'm not going to add reverb or anything like that. This is all pre-done before you start adding reverbs and delays. So we're going to listen through the song, and I'm going to jot down where I think I need to volume automate his vocals.
Before I go, I need to say I gave up all of me to you. So don't forget, after this ends, think of me, promise that you will. When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me, when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me, when we get older and feel the summer air, we'll think of love in California. It's hard to leave your side now when all I see is fading memories I don't want to lose. So one more time, remind me we'll be alright, and someday wake up new and free of feeling blue. When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me, when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me, when we get older and feel the summer air, we'll think of love in California. Don't forget all the nights that we spent side by side, all the magic we found here, all the ways that we're better. Before we say our goodbyes, let's remember hello, all the magic we found here, all the ways that we're better. When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me when we get older and feel the summer air, we'll think of love in California.
Okay, so got all of that sorted. So we're going to go through. I'm going to add a trim volume. Not going to worry about any of this other stuff. That's the de-esser and the EQ. And if I wanted to volume automate these things, I'd probably just do it on the track. That track itself. So I'm going to make this bigger. So I'm going to go to start this. And I made my little notes on which words should come up because they trail off just a little too, or it just seemed like it was just a little too soft.
Before I go, I need to say I gave up all of me to you.
Okay, so right here.
To you.
So I'm going to take, I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to add a line that's outside of where I want to go. I'm going to hit shift, left click, and I'm going to just like sneak up on it. I'm going to shift left click right on that playhead. And I'm going to add another one somewhere between here. And I'm going to bring this up and see how that works.
All of me to you.
Let me see. Let me add one more. Oops. Shift left click. Drag that up.
All of me to you.
Okay, that fixed that.
So don't forget, after this ends, think of me, promise that you will. When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me when we get older and feel the summer air, we'll
Okay, right here. It's a little soft. So I'm gonna, I think I might need to change this grid. I need a little more grid. So I'm gonna right click on the grid lines. And as you can see, it's set to 1/4. So I'm gonna set it to 1/16. So I can have just a little bit more places to go right there. So right before that, I'm gonna hit, oh, why'd I hit S? Control Z. Oh shoot. Undo. Accidentally hit the slice button. I'm gonna hit shift, left click. I'm gonna, let's see. Let's see. Shift left click there, and left click there. I need to do one more here. So I can bring this up. And I might trail it back down, but we'll listen.
we'll think.
Hang on.
Summer air, we'll think.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag it.
Summer air, we'll think of love and It's hard to leave your side now when all I see is fading memories I don't want to lose.
All right, let's fix this one. I didn't write this one down, so we're gonna fix that anyway.
To lose.
One, two, and then the end. Oops. I just wanted it next to it. And drag it up, and then I'm gonna drag that down and listen.
Want to lose.
Okay. Start over here.
So one more time, remind me we'll be alright. And someday wake up when we look back here to California.
It's not where I wanted to go.
And someday wake up new and free of feeling blue.
Am I in the right spot? Let's see. I started over there, did that. What did I hear? I think it was further, or it was right. I don't, might be right there. I don't know.
And someday wake up new and free of fear.
Sneak up on it. See, this is the fun and tedious part of doing this. Okay, just undo that one. It helps to be zoomed in a little more. Ooh, that's too much.
And free of fear.
All right, let's see.
Hey, wake up new and free of feeling blue.
You should do the same thing over here. Zoom in here. And I'll probably have to adjust that one. Oops. Shoot.
Feeling blue. When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me when we get older and feel the summer air.
Okay, let's see. Here. Do this one again. It's basically like the same thing. 2, and then 1, 2. Drag it up. Let me drag that one down.
Summer air. We'll think of love in California.
Fix this one here. Okay, that is not where I was. Yeah, tedious. We go through it all, and I'll bring it up, and then I'll trail it down, and listen.
In California.
Okay, that's that part. Then we go all the way over here, and start over. We hit save on my file.
Don't forget all the nights that we spent side by side, all the magic we found here.
Okay. Thing over here so I can zoom in. All right. Now, if you take the grid and make it like 1/32 or 64th, you could get a lot more finer control over doing this.
We found here.
Maybe we need to take that up just a little bit more.
We found here. All the ways that we're better. Before we say our goodbyes, let's remember hello. All the magic we found here. We found here. All the ways that we're better. When the weather starts to change and we're both in different states, promise me when we look back here to California, we'll think of love. Promise me when we get older and feel the summer air.
Oh, shoot. Where was I?
Stay.
Nope.
Back here, California.
Oh, I love this. Trying to remember where I was.
Summer air.
That's where I want to be, right over here. All right. I'm going to turn the snap off for just a second, and I'm going to drag it over a little more. And then I'm going to, oop, that was not, nope, nope, nope. Let's see. Set 0. I'm going to right click since I screwed that up. Set point value to 0. Okay. That's one way to fix it. You right click on the little envelope dot, and then you set the point value. If you like drag it over and you accidentally drag it up or down and that's not what you want it to do. So do this.
Summer air. We'll think of love in California.
Let's see. I'm going to take, where is it? This end over here and do the same thing. Shift. Okay, so I can do it without having that magnet snapping being in the way. Pick it up.
In California.
All right, I might trail that one down.
In California.
And that's the volume automating just on the vocals. And I think that is all that we'll do with it. Now you can add, like, definitely add like your reverbs, your delay sends from the vocals to the thing, but I'm not doing that today because I need to do other things to this track. And I might make it a series. I don't know yet. That's down the way. But let me ask you this. Do you do vocals differently? If you do, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to learn from you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.